It's tabletop time. I'm Jazza.
You said I should go first.
No. Well, you should have claimed your ground with confidence.
I'm sorry I'm not as loud.
Jazza.
I'm right.
And that's
I guess.
I'm Jen.
My name's written on the screen.
They're getting more disjointed. They're getting worse.
We're getting worse. And then you're like, I've got to be first.
Oh my God, stop knocking the freaking cameras.
Earthquake.
All right, maybe
Hey guys, this is the first video/stream where we have the patrons on a rolling thing, just like in Bob Ross videos when he's like, no, I got the colors rolling across the screen. We got our patrons rolling across our episode. Thank you, patrons. You're on the Dice Cam, first up in videos from now on, because we love you and appreciate you, and you make our channel trajectory, not projectory, the trajectory and the world domination plans we have possible. So thank you. Also, there has been a guest NPC that was a patron that we don't know who it is, and I think there's one coming up soon, a new one as well. There are awesome perks. Go check them out. Anyway, thank you.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn, Rob.
It's my turn.
Go.
Mission.
So obviously if you're watching on YouTube, if you have ears and you want to use them and not your eyes, you can check us out on our podcast as well. You can check it out if you go to www.tabletoptime.com/podcast. You can listen on a variety of services, so check that out.
It's tabletoptime.com.
It's Tabletop Time.
It's tabletoptime.com.
I thought you got both.
It's tabletoptime.com/podcast.
That's what I said.
No, you said tabletoptime.
Tabletoptime.com.
It's fuck you, Rob. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Jen, go. Something else.
So if you want to hear us banter some more, you can join us on Twitch. We stream live on Tuesdays. All of the details are on Twitch. It's also subject to change as well.
These are all really good advertisements.
We'd love to chat to you guys, so please come and hang out with us. We do appreciate it.
I'd like to do another take, but we don't have a clapper board, so I'm just going to talk about what happened last session.
Look, let's say, like, we're episode 6, guys. People are committed.
Yeah.
Production value can take a steady rapid decline.
No!
Okay, I have to move Rob across manually because you keep
rotating.
You keep trying to sit on my lap.
I've got a rotating chair.
Sit on my lap.
I'm actually in a microwave.
Stop trying to sit on my lap, Rob.
You're a rotisserie.
All right, recap the last episode before it keeps going downhill.
In the last episode, one of our main 3 characters, Pro-Digi, developed a horrible viral infection of the abdomen, and he now has a bleeding condition of the bowels.
Can we... Come on. Come on. Come on. You're just getting vengeance on me for the shenanigans I was pulling
That's for the pre-stream shenanigans. Okay. No, what actually happened in the last session, in episode 5... is Songbird made your rendezvous, and it was revealed that Songbird was not, in fact, mutilated by Ugly as you sort of suspected, but she was saved by him. In a horrible accident, she was rescued and given cybernetics by Ugly and works to pay for fusion that he provides her at half price. The reason she's been sick is because she's been dosing her friend up with her fusion. She has another friend who doesn't have the luck or privilege to have access to it, and she's been sort of sharing her medication, which is obviously very dangerous. We then went on a large adventure of Seb shopping. Where he attempted to buy a whole bunch of things, and I stonewalled him at every corner. Several days passed, and in the interim...
It was Rob tried to shop. We spoke to Songbird. Children in Eurofilm may have been involved.
We also looked.
I was had a massive hangover. But now we're heading off to the city.
3 days have passed, and you're actually heading to Ugly's to get the final confirmation on what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've set up a rendezvous.
We need to do a job for him to get the tool that.
That's right.
Lets us fake your identity.
That's correct. So to get into the city, Pro in particular needs like fake ID, effectively.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so the session opens with you all heading to Ugly's Motors. It's 3 days after you were last there.
I'm getting too used to this journey.
I'm rolling a destiny dice.
At least it's a quick one.
I rolled a 5. You encounter no one of particular interest on your way there. And as you arrive, what time of day is it?
I think. I feel like it would be going late afternoon towards the evening. I don't feel like this is a daytime.
We don't do mornings.
Yeah.
We're not the morning crew.
We're not morning people.
Cool. Middle of the day. In that
City slicker. You're in our turf now.
In that case, you see the familiar hooded figure of Songbird sitting across the way on a fence, and she kind of gives a casual nod towards you as you head into Uglies, assuming that's where you go directly. You head down into Uglies. It is the middle of the day and it is mostly deserted. In fact, as you walk downstairs and the gentle bar music of that kind of daytime, not too loud bar music hits you, you only see one person of any real familiarity.
It's not ugly.
An Indian man
Not.
with a bandaged leg stump is sitting at a laptop in the center of the room at a table. He looks up at you and scowls and then looks back at his computer and continues typing. There are a couple of other patrons in there, and there's I guess you do recognize the intern guy behind the bar, like the new guy behind the bar, but you don't see any of the other familiar characters here.
I look at Seb expectantly. Aren't you the one who does the talking?
Okay, I walk up to Vinod.
You approach.
Hi.
Destiny roll.
20!
He looks up at you with just like hatred in his eyes, and he says, "You." Ugly told me to expect you.
Before we get into whatever you want to talk about, I want to apologize for what went down.
Wow. That's big coming from you. I want to apologize. That really means a lot.
I'm glad.
I can feel my leg just growing back from that.
I didn't do that. I just clocked you on the back of the head with an arm.
Is that what that was? I thought your crazy robot did that.
Yes, well.
I guess I'm screwed now.
I
Anyway.
go hide in the corner.
I was gonna say I lean over to Eve and I'm like, yeah, just watch. This guy will turn this around. He's good at that. I think.
I hope so.
There's a reason for what I did, and I'll try and make it up to you, but I can't explain at the moment.
Well, you don't really need to explain. Because I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, you guys can all go die in the slums. But Ugly's made me put something together for you. So I guess here it is. And he hands you what it's sort of like a small, it almost looks like a small Wi-Fi transceiver thing.
I step forward, sort of eagerly interested in new tech.
And he says, "Here's your fake ID."
All right, I'll check it out. What? Fill me in.
It's an enclosed. It's basically an enclosed device, and you're not really sure what it does. But from Ugly's explanation, it effectively is a short-range scrambler that brings you up as a citizen on scanners. It's not going to work at extreme scrutiny, but like walking through the streets, the sort of public security cameras in the city will just pick you up as a citizen. And it kind of randomizes and changes who you are based on who. This is why you needed a coder to make it, based on who is currently on surveillance. So effectively, it like maps people near your area, and then if they're like inside, it might code you as that person and go somewhere. Because if someone is outside somewhere else, the computer will be like, no, there's two people. And that's where the potential, this is not 100% accurate, because if someone like suddenly runs outside and your persona is their persona, this cameras will just like flag that there's two of the same person, and it will cause a mayhem.
Okay.
It's effectively what it is.
It's cool to know. I'm assuming since you've described that, I understand that that's how this works.
You already knew. Ugly has sort of explained it to you. And he says, yeah, so Ugly says you're going to owe him one after this. He's got a job for you.
Yeah, well.
Not surprising.
I think that's how he works. Where is he?
He's kind of at Ugly.
Yeah.
What the hell should I know? He does whatever he wants.
All right.
I think he's down on the strip. Not really sure doing what. He's with Johnny.
I look at Seb. I'm like, all right, I'm a little lost here. Are we supposed to go in the city, or
Yeah,
are
we may as well get a move on. He didn't say he wanted to see us, did he?
So we're trying to get Eve hooked up. Is that?
I think that's the plan.
That's the next step. Let's hope this thing works.
And are you about to sort of head off?
I think we're sort of, shifting around.
As you step to walk away, Vinod kind of under his breath says, yeah, Ugly's real keen on the buy now, pay later kind of scheme. So have fun paying later.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever. Walk out.
Cool. So you leave Ugly's. As you're walking out, Seb, your phone starts to ring.
Mm-hmm. I answer it.
Hey, Seb.
Hi.
It's Rory. How you doing? Now, Rory is the gentleman who you've been arranging your new accommodation with.
Oh, he had to be Scottish.
He's not Scottish.
He's Irish.
Is that Irish?
He's bloody Irish.
Sorry.
Totally.
Whatever. Hey, Rory.
Oh, you get down to the property, mate.
Today?
Yeah, it's ready for you.
Sure thing. I'll swing around for a little bit.
Yeah, come on over.
Easy.
Cool. All right, so you know where to go.
We gotta make a detour before we head in.
Detour to what?
You'll see.
You and your fucking mysteries. Jesus Christ. Why don't any of you get to the point? I look at Eve and I'm like, except you.
Thank you, bro.
Very Scottish sounding Irish bloke. Well, there you go.
No, it was good. That was good Irish. Don't watch Twitch chat.
Okay.
Southern accent.
Just everyone ignore Twitch chat. That was a good Irish accent.
You did well. You're doing good.
Scort's more up there.
No,
I'm not doing it, but it's more up there, right?
Scott. So like
Scotland.
at the front.
Scotland.
And Irish is sort of
Irish
at the
is all
sides.
up the front, like.
Is it a little bit of the? Oh, no, you're
go.
right. Scotland.
What's the
Yeah,
crack?
Scotland's
What's
like.
the crack?
Wait, come on, focus.
Okay, so
I was part of that, but anyway.
we walk on down. You actually head south for the first time. You head into a gang turf that you're not really sure which gang it is. And as you head down there, you actually... I'm going to get you to make a perception roll.
Everyone or just...
Well, I'm going to say Seb, because you are a robot and you are terrible at environmental perception.
Yeah.
Challenge level is 3.
3. That took a while.
3. You did it.
I did it.
You notice that there is a couple of things that are a bit odd. You see a recurrent symbol spray painted on a bunch of the walls around here. It's a large cog spray painted in yellow, and sort of paint drips loosely from it. And yeah, it just seems like out of the usual, because it's a very traditional sort of symbol in a very modern world, and it screams of gangs marking their turf.
Hey, Pro, does that mean anything to you? You might know a bit more about it than I do.
Is there a check I can make, or do I know?
I would make a raw intelligence check with a difficulty, a challenge level, so base plus intelligence. It'll be a challenge level 3.
Okay. Ooh, 2.
Cool. You're not entirely sure.
No.
You're not really familiar with it, but it does seem like gang tagging.
Not entirely sure. It just seems sort of like some kids tagging on the walls or whatever. Some gang crap.
Fair.
You travel onwards.
People like dogs. They just need to piss on stuff to claim their territory.
And you head into these sort of deeper winding streets that sort of stretch a little bit further away from the Ven. The general sort of malaise of the deeper slums starts to fall on you. You see the signs of poverty more and more clearly. There's rubbish, filth, human waste in the streets. It's not a pleasant environment to be in. It's very much like clotheslines are strung between buildings. There's smashed windows, boarded up windows, people milling about with nothing to do. Lots of people on the streets as well that are very hungry. And occasionally almost like preening like peacocks through them. Swollen beyond normal human size. What you can tell to be boosters moving around like the kings of the castle, just here and there. Big robotic arms, puffed out chests, shaved heads, tattoos. And you arrive, or you just as you round the corner to your property, you look down. You're drawn to attention as a woman scrabbles across the road towards you in particular. That you I refer to, Seb, the bespoke. She crawls along the ground and she looks up at you and she says, help me, I have got to feed my baby. And you can hear the soft sounds of an infant crying from like the pile of trash and cardboard against the wall.
Just keep walking, dude. Where are you taking us? Tell me you have a clue where we're going.
I know I'm using like prepaid credit cards. Do I have any like low denomination ones?
That was a destiny roll from Jen.
Yeah.
13.
She has a hidden mechanic that she's rolling for.
Wait, did you give her a Q?
There was a queue.
Nice. Do I have like a small denomination?
Does anything happen?
I'll let this play.
Okay.
Do I have any like small denominations prepaid credit cards?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Is there any way to easily transfer her money?
Not unless she's completely unregistered.
Come back in a week. I'll help you out. I can't do anything now.
I don't know if we've got a week.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
And make a destiny roll for her. It's a good way to work out behavior, eh? She grabs
9.
onto your pants. That was a 9. She just clings to you physically and she's like, help us. And the clamor begins to attract a couple of more sort of beggars that begin to like sit up from their piles.
I
of
turn to
refuse.
Seb and I'm like, dude, you don't want to fucking attract attention around here. You can't save the world one person at a time.
I am going to interrupt and I'm going to grab her by the wrist as she touches you and pull her off. And
Make a strength check. Opposed.
Yeah. This is always good. Challenge level 1 now.
No,
Jen.
this is opposed. Yeah. So challenge. So she has rolled 2 strength as she is so emancipated.
Fail.
So the lady is so emancipated that she's actually got a negative to strength. She's like clearly she is not eaten in probably 2 weeks.
But obviously desperate enough to...
Yeah, desperate to the point of life and death. And she is too strong for you to remove.
That's fine. I'll still hold her by, like, still trying to obviously move her, but hold her by the wrist. And I look at you, Seb, and I say, don't touch my baby. And then I look at her, and then I walk off, and I go look at the baby.
Okay.
I look... Yeah.
What's she doing? She is going to make a perception check, and she's untrained and has a negative to strength, so that's 2 again. Oh no, so it's plus actually. Yeah. So it's base 3 minus 1. Okay, so she doesn't notice that you head towards her baby, and she just continues desperately clawing at you, Seb.
Dude, move. And I just start walking ahead pointedly. And
Yeah, I'm just going to try and keep walking and say, I'm sorry, I can't do anything now.
She drags with you as you walk along the ground.
Can I like shake her off?
Yeah, this will
make a
have to
strength
be
check.
some sort
She
of,
had.
yeah.
I'll keep her challenge level of 1. Okay, so you
2.
basically shake her off as you walk, and she falls to the ground. Eve, what are you doing?
So I'm going to go find the child.
Yeah, you find a crying and starving baby in a pile of basically filth.
Can I do a quick medical check?
Yeah, make a survival check. Challenge level infant, your specialty. So I'm going to say challenge level 2 for you, or maybe just give you advantage. Now I'll say it's challenge level 3 because it would be a skilled assessment, but I'm going to give you advantage because this is 100% your area of expertise.
Can I use nursing or childcare for this one, or is it not going to matter?
You could self-assist with it, or your vocation of nursing instead, if you'd like to. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no, it's all good.
1, 2, 3.
you succeed. So you were just determining its basic medical state. You would anticipate that this infant is probably within days of death. It is starving. It is bone and skin, and it is not eating.
Have we come up to Eve at this point? Like,
No, you headed away
Yeah,
from her.
I was-
She's kind of
Oh,
gone
shit.
off to the side of the road. You guys have been like, go! And
I
pushed
thought
on.
we were heading in the direction of Eve. So as we walk away, we got that away from that lady.
I'm going to get you to make a perception check to see if you're aware that Eve is
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, cool. Fuck! I don't have my base 3.
No, you have.
Environmental perception check.
Yeah.
What's the challenge level?
The challenge level of this is probably like a 2.
Okay, I got 2.
Perfect roll. Come on. Come on.
One.
So Pro is unaware that Eve is... He's kind of pulled his hood up and gone into lockdown mode.
Yeah.
And he's just walking and
It's really
expecting
awkward,
the
it's
drone
fair.
to go with him.
Yeah. Crap. All right.
So Eve, you're kind of left alone.
Is there like a convenience store nearby? Are we in?
No, you're in deep slum.
Do I have anything on me?
You have children's Panadol. Or children's Tylenol for our American viewers.
How far away is the nearest convenience store?
I'm assuming none of us have food on us, right?
Like in the convenience store, in the van.
Or a vending machine. I have like bottled water and stuff, I assume.
There aren't any. There's maybe 1 or 2 ancient remainders of vending machines that have long since been smashed open and looted.
Okay.
Probably
and no-
blocks away. Probably
Yeah.
like 500 meters to a kilometer behind you. What's Eve doing with the baby she is now leaning over and medically assessing?
I'm gonna walk up to the mum.
Who's... Yep.
Attached to your leg,
No, she's now
No, just
on the
kick her
ground.
crying.
Yeah, she's like too weak to get back up, basically.
Okay. How is she? Is she pretty much the
Similar.
same too?
Yeah.
Okay. I like kneel down and touch her on the shoulder and say, I can see you require medical assistance, you and your infant. And I hand her the baby and say, I will get you what you require.
She just rolls over and she looks at you and she looks at the baby and she says, take it. And she says, I can't care for it. I can't care for her. I can't. And she just like kind of breaks down.
Sorry, guys.
Oh shit, we're adopting a baby NPC.
16. That's good. That's good.
I turn to her and say, an infant requires a mother's care and love. I cannot offer that service. It is best you stay with the child. I will be back.
And I'm guessing you're going to hand her the baby.
Yeah, I kind of.
She
but if she's not going to
gently, weepingly, and with a face full of like self-loathing for even having said anything. Like she just looks like shattered. She holds the baby and she just lays in the middle of what was once a busy street, like the road, and she just lays on the ground and just weeps as you walk off.
Yep.
Well, this is a sad journey.
Wow, this is a good detour.
Yeah. Thanks, Seb.
As soon as there's a convenience store, I want to run in.
No, so you round the corner.
Yeah.
You round the corner, and Seb is the first to Seb is the first to see Rory, who is kind of like, he's like about 5'3", like really short, and he's got that build of like someone who's really angry that they're short. He's got like a receding hairline, really short hair, really kind of like thuggish looking, and he's got lots of...
What colour hair?
It's got to be red.
It's like salt and pepper short, like really greyish.
Okay.
Short, balding on top, and he's got like tattoos and really hairy like forearms, like the Robin Williams forearms with like rings on his fingers.
I love
and
how
stuff.
Rob immediately started to try and describe a leprechaun.
No, I was actually thinking of the jester from Tabletop.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hey Seb, how you going?
Hey, Rory.
What do you think? And he gestures, and before you there is a refurbished warehouse. It's rather dilapidated, but compared to the surroundings, it does look like it at least has like a landlord. There's nice iron barred windows on it. The windows aren't broken and the bars are very secure, like security things. There's a big roller door that Rory's standing in front of that's open. It looks like a warehouse on the bottom, but then it's got the stairwell up on the inside with like sort of what was like the foreman's offices above, which Seb knows have been converted into like rooms and a kitchen, like for someone to live in.
Seb, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, with any luck, it's our new bottle.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Think I want to set up a friggin' P.O. box and just let people know I'm settling in for a long stay to be found? Are
no
you
one has to know
kidding me?
you're here.
Who's this charming little fella?
Just an acquaintance. Gonna set you up a nice little office for yourself. Get you some high-tech gear. Give you a bolt hole. Make so you can get in.
We got stuff to do, man. Why are you wasting our time?
Him.
Hey, look, it doesn't bother me. You paid up front.
That's true.
What the fuck?
It's my money, not yours.
Yeah,
he dangles a set of keys and hands them off to you, and he's like, "Happy with the condition?
Well,
good as you like.
About as good as we can get here, right?
The whaling will keep you up at night, but
we'll get there."
You really love being proactive, don't you? Yeah.
Make a perception check, Pro and Eve.
Okay.
Challenge level is also 2.
Environmental perception.
Yeah, it's environmental.
Great.
Hey, it's funny. You have a disadvantage and it's a disadvantage. Your Pro is too busy being like salty at the fact that this has happened.
I turn up my emo music in my headphones and pout.
He'll come around. Damn.
That was a good perception check.
Eve spots the silhouette of a sort of, well, it's a robot. There's a steel man sitting in front of what appears to be like a freshly set up kitchen. There's like plastic wrap still on things.
In the building.
In the building. He in fact has like styrofoam packaging around the legs of the thing, but they've unpacked the top half of him. And there's this robot who has an inbuilt like steel plate apron and a chef's hat on top of the robot. And he's just like, he's currently inactive, but he's standing there just bolt still and upright. And in one hand, his hand is actually like 3 different sizes of spatulas, like they're on attachments on one arm. And the other hand has like 3 different types of tongs. And he's just sort of bolt upright, half packaged.
What the hell are you doing?
It's a kitchen.
I swear to God, if all of this wasn't so depressing, I would think we're on a reality TV show prank.
Did you get a chance to watch much TV?
Where's Ashton Kutcher?
So
who?
Yeah, what the hell? That's
I don't know. I saw him in some archives.
I'm surprised of all the actors of the 2010s, Ashton Kutcher is the one that survived.
I'm into punk music, okay? I found him in a Google search.
He really had a resurgence in like 2040 where he actually exploded. He's like the Robert De Niro of his generation. So for the viewers, this stuff has all been back. Like Rob has told me what he was searching for and what he's been shopping for in the last few days. So this isn't dropped on them. Blame Rob.
No, I do. I blame Seb.
Cool.
For most
Can I have a
things.
story?
Yeah.
Query. Where is the nearest supermarket or convenience store located?
Oh, that'd be in the van.
So where we came from. Great. It's almost like we're
robot's being
moving
delivered.
away
Do I have
from
any supplies in there
convenience
as well?
and secrecy.
Like food?
Yep. There's probably also like a refrigerator. There's a few things that have been delivered.
Can I have a bit of a scrounge? Like, just look what's there.
I'm gonna make a destiny roll. A 4.
It was almost an 18.
So close.
Bagels?
Yeah, so when you get in, you see that all of the like refrigerator and all the equipment has been delivered, but none of the food has arrived yet because they didn't want it to spoil.
Yeah, fair.
That was a 4 on a destiny roll, just for clarity.
All right. What's the plan?
Well, we can't keep operating out of your shoebox. There's 1 bed and there's 2 people.
How long do you think we're going to be operating standing still?
We don't know. But we need a front somewhere, a reason for us to be here.
I don't think we need anything visible. We move the front, that's the point. Yeah. You hide, you change where you hide.
He's got a point, you know.
You know, I've been hiding for a while, and I haven't been found yet.
Well,
see, I don't even know who he is.
Doesn't need to change. We'll find you a way
I'm
to
not
get
talking
in without
to you.
being
You're
noticed.
good at hiding, boy. That's for sure.
Probably not as good as you.
Said, we'll find you.
Turn away from him.
We'll get there. We'll find you a way in so no one can tell you here. And I'll set you up with equipment 10 times better than you already have.
Oh, that sounds like a good deal.
I'm not. Nobody's talking to you. You were paid up front.
He's just standing
Shut
there.
up.
Whatever.
Jesus.
We'll get back to this later.
I like walk inside poutingly.
Seb,
Stupid.
this
Better
place is
place to live.
lovely.
Thank you. Rory, what can you tell us about that cog symbol, the gear symbol being spray painted around?
Ooh, I'll make a check for him.
Good question.
He's
You're quite the
decently
puzzle piece.
I love it. It's good to
yeah.
have a player that can engage with like
the mechanisms of what's around them.
What's being name dropped.
Hey.
Oh, that's a tricky one. I think it's a new gang that's moving in, being targeting a lot of the people with metal bits, ripping them off. Don't know much more. Only been the last week.
Should I be worried about my kitchen bot?
Oh, I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for your help, and I'm gonna lock up, and we've got some errands to attend to. I'll be in touch if I need anything.
He just gives you a curt nod and a wave, and sort of stomps off.
Cool. Can I go inside and then lock the roller door behind us?
Yeah,
is that the only entrance?
There's a side door as well.
Cool.
And you do, I will say, you do spot that he seems to be carrying one of those ridiculously oversized 44 caliber bright silver, polished silver revolvers in a shoulder holster that just loosely pokes out every now and then. But you imagine it would just be the Dirty Harry Magnum, and then he just strolls off.
Fair. So if that's the case, I'll close the roller door behind us and lock it.
I turn to Seb and I'm like, I'm beginning to think that your fetish is making weird friends.
He's a real estate agent. I needed to find.
We're all unique in our own special ways.
You know that involves
that
you,
lady
right?
you stopped to try and rescue. Look, I'm gonna be real with you.
She stopped me.
No, you stopped. That's the difference, right? Everyone's gonna stop you in these places. You walk. You can't save them. I genuinely admire that you are. I think I'm learning pretty noble. I feel like you're a sincere guy. I don't know why, but you come from high places. You are dwelling in low places. You have so much more power to help these people outside of being here. You cannot save everyone you come across, and you were going to come across a lot of broken people.
What do you think this place is?
What do you mean? Hell?
No, this building, not the suburb.
This is pretty shitty too.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. I feel like I projected that.
It's going to be a place where the people that need help can come. They can get food. They can get medication. They can get education. That's what this place needs. Your whole, community down here has been trod on for their entire life, and someone comes down to try and help, and all you've done is criticize?
That's what you're trying to do with this place?
Yes.
Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right, fuck me. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Why not? Why are you frowning at me?
Query. How are you funding all this?
I've got my ways.
He's a trust fund baby. I wink it. So how long do you plan on holding us up in here for? Weren't we heading to the city?
Yeah, but I needed to close the deal with Rory today. We can close it up and head out, and we'll come back here later. Well, you don't have to, I will.
Okay. Not to change the subject or anything, but you mentioned something about equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, offer still stands.
What do you have in mind?
Whatever you want that's within budget.
I mean, any budget is more budget than I've ever had, so...
We'll see what we can do, but let's head into the city. See this fake ID thing, see if it works.
All right, let's do it. We head
Down the
out
side
into the
entrance.
city and into the slums and then towards the city. I'm assuming there's some sort of rail system. So we need to head to some sort. Well, actually, it would be what Seb came in.
Shank's pony.
Gesundheit?
It means your feet.
Oh, does it? Oh, you just walk to the city.
Yeah.
How far are we from?
You're
there?
literally in the northwestern suburbs of Melbourne. Like, it's probably like a 20-minute walk.
Okay, cool.
And there's no public transport in the slums, and you guys don't have cars. So it's just like, you just walk. It's like it's a comfortable walk. 20-minute walk is fine.
All right.
Until you're at the border.
I'm gonna suggest you lead the way on this one.
Fair point.
We walk to the city.
Once we're in, try not to talk unless spoken to.
Yeah, I didn't have any plans to do that. That's your thing.
Fair.
All right.
Eve, try and act normal.
Hey, she's perfectly normal. Don't listen to him, Eve.
Thank you, bro.
Like a normal nurse bot. You're a bit special. In a good way.
Dude.
Understood.
It wasn't insulting.
Eve, turn the volume down on your receptors for when Seb talks to you. It's for your benefit.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Destiny roll 12.
So close.
Your journey, so your journey to the city, to the Ven, is fairly uneventful. You head back towards the area that you came from, and back into busy gang turf, which is pretty much the hottest strip on the Ven and the #1 crossover point for people from the city to outside the city. You arrive on literally the street block that is the strip. Like, this is where all the nightclubs are, where all the businesses that cater to the people from the city are. There are awkward, what you would call wage slaves, but are just citizens of the city, ambling around. It's probably mid-afternoon at this point.
What do they look like?
Just regular people.
If I look at Pro, do I think this is the type of person I would see in the city, or does he look?
You think he looks like a slummer?
Is there any way we can
His
get
clothes
clothes?
are dirty.
Is there any way we can get clothes on this strip of
Yeah,
shops?
there's be some kind of boutique or outlet.
I look at him like, before we head in there, we need to make you a bit more incognito.
Don't even. This is not some makeover
You're gonna stand out. You're gonna
rom-coms.
stand out.
Jeez. All right.
We head to a boutique, and I find him really boring-looking city folk clothes.
You managed to find, it's like an outlet for city clothes that is like being sold on as if it's like the latest trend. Yeah, I don't know what's popping there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ignore it. I don't know either.
So yeah, you pretty easily and with your budget managed to buy some clothes for him.
Do I get a say in this?
Well, he goes and buys you clothes. Whether you wear them is up to you.
I am assuming I follow along and just sort of see what he's looking at.
You can be annoyed, but you're gonna stand out if you don't look like this.
So I'm assuming you just buy him new and more up to date like clothes, like a hoodie.
I mean, surely,
still a
like,
hoodie.
city people wear hoodies or whatever.
Probably not where we're going.
Please buy him a tuxedo.
Don't encourage
No.
him.
Just a bit more proper looking.
You're lucky I trust you at this point.
Appreciate
Jesus.
Cool.
That's weird to say, man. I think, honest to God, I think that's the first person I've said that to. Not just the first time I've said it to you.
I'm glad I've earned that.
Why do I like you? What the fuck is going on?
It's part of the genes.
Oh, jeez. First, you come into my life, I say, looking at Eve. And then, well,
Whatever the hell.
then you drag us into a different one entirely.
Is this like a department store? Or is it just like
It's like a trendy clothes store.
I'm gonna go look at the children's clothing. If there is any.
What the hell is that noise? I can't ignore it.
Yeah, sorry.
Someone's making popcorn in the background. It's fine. Just ignore it.
It's mic 4. It's yours.
Oh.
Oh, no, that was you shouting. We're just going to have to deal with it later. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so, yeah, okay. So you go look at children's clothes. There's some like young, hip. I don't know. You know the kind of shop. It's just got like the cool,
Like a
clothes.
H&M.
The bougie
that's-
stuff.
It's more like it's like Topshop Melbourne. So Topshop in England's not cool, but Topshop Melbourne is like big.
Let's not stop trying to name.
Yeah.
It's 2090. Something different.
Brands don't exist anymore.
It's trendy.
Zhuzhwear.
It's bougie. Bougie up
Cool.
the baby.
Bougie.
Bougie baby.
Bougie boutique.
Bougie boutique. All right.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god, that caused drama. Sorry.
Don't know. Come on, let's move on.
Okay.
Move past Topshop.
Topshop.
All right, so we're doing a proper rom-com makeover.
No, I honestly just want to get past and get into the city.
Cool. No, we're not wasting our time with that. You buy him some clothes.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh,
You
what do
are
I
wearing
look like
smart
now?
casual
This is
clothes.
a reinvention of my character.
No, because you're going to chuck him off as soon as you get back out of the city. It's basically camouflage.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we're going to be in the city.
You're
All right.
wearing a white blazer.
At least, I say, at least give me a bag to keep my actual clothes in.
Yes. Sure.
Sure. No worries. In fact, you're close
A
enough
smart
you could just
backpack.
drop them back in your little storage cupboard where half your stuff is still stored. Well, all your stuff is still
Cool.
stored.
I'd do
It's
that.
like a 2-minute detour. You go drop it off. Now, how are you planning on going into the city? Just walking through the checkpoint?
I think so. I think so. You have something else in mind.
We've both been through before, that's correct, yeah?
You might have been.
Yeah.
I will have. You haven't.
You don't really remember it.
I don't remember it.
I kind of want to head ahead of you, and you come in separately.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be like, just watch what I do, and
Yeah, I
hopefully
mean,
this tech that we got off Vinod works.
that's what I was thinking. Like I said, lead the way. We head out.
I make my way through the checkpoint, and I go with Eve.
Cool. You are hassled several times, as you found happens a lot when you're right on the Ven, by people who are basically trying to get your money. There's a couple of hawkers who effectively try and pull you into restaurants and bars and stuff. A couple of ladies and gentlemen of the night trying to woo you into their establishments as well, even though it's the mid-afternoon. But you swiftly go past them to the checkpoint, and there is a discernible gap of detritus of street folk. There's probably about a 30-meter gap before the checkpoint, where it's almost like it just feels unnaturally empty, like there's nothing there. And Pro would know that this is because anyone attempting to cross is usually severely reprimanded to the point that people just don't get close, because depends who's on the checkpoint, but some of the autonomous guards, like robotic guards, basically if you get within 20 meters, they're like, halt, go no further. And if you get within 10 meters, they just come at you with a baton and a taser and just destroy you, and then just like drag you, throw you back into the thing and walk back to the checkpoint. It is not like a pleasant thing. So yeah, there's this whole almost like an area where people don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you reach the precipice of that, and the checkpoint is completely like not noticeable. It's effectively like where a street would be.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a couple of light poles, telegraph poles. They have cameras on them pointing all around. And there's almost like a very high-tech version of the anti-theft devices at shopping centers, like little scanners that run up like 10 meters though, just on the building walls and on the street lights that cross. And then there is one large robotic, at this current time, there's one large robotic police sort of security robot standing there.
What's the... how does the city street sort of frontage change past the poles?
It's just the slums. It just looks like more slums.
Still into the city.
So I think I mentioned it briefly in a previous episode. Little do the people in the slums know, but there's actually like a depopularized zone that's deliberately abandoned between the slums and the city on their side, so that the people in the slums look into the city and it just looks crap. It just looks like abandoned buildings and slum, but after a couple of blocks, it then just goes.
It's the overlap in the Venn diagram.
Yeah, it's the overlap in the Venn diagram, and the city folk they're just literally empty buildings. There's nothing in them. They're not maintained, and they're just like a buffer.
And there's no people walking around or anything.
Oh, there's a gentle flow of people from in and out of the city.
Okay.
And I'm just going to assume that Seb knows that what he's looking at now is normal, right? That.
Yep. That's life. You've been in and out a few times.
Can I just preface and say we've got like an active voice call going with, because he's obviously is obviously behind us, so we're going to have an active voice call.
Cool.
Yep. And I'm just going to stroll straight up and then pause for the cops to check me out before I continue.
The system is so fast that it just stands there like completely.
Okay.
You just walk past.
So then I just keep
You notice its head tilt slightly and then tilt back to straight.
Yeah. I don't even acknowledge it. I just walk. And I'm assuming Eve gets through with me.
I'll follow.
All right,
Is Eve going with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a destiny roll.
This is a destiny roll. Eve walks through without hassle.
15.
Right.
I say
That was
over
a
the
15 on the destiny roll.
I say over the comms. All right, I'm just going to wait until you give me the cue.
Head on through, act confident, don't even acknowledge them.
Great. Okay.
Unless they tell you to stop, and then maybe do what they say.
Sure.
And pray to any gods that Vinod isn't a dick or wants vengeance.
Yeah. I was just sort of wondering what gods I should pray to if I knew of any. I don't. Fuck. I just start walking.
Right, so you walk and things seem fairly calm, but obviously I'm assuming you're nervous.
I am nervous as hell. So Pro's experience, his life up until the last, I'm going to say 6 to 12 months, has been one of captivity. I imagine very heavily in captivity and not treated very well, and sort of very much only given the necessities. And but I imagine his traveling has always been, in a van and pushed out to just do the thing he's meant to do, see horrible things on the way and after, and then
your
get
character
back
is
up.
horrifying the deeper you think about it.
Oh yeah,
honestly, because your character, I was thinking about it recently, and I was like, so they got, because your character Pro was trafficked from an early age, and then once he became, I guess, old enough to be useful.
Yeah, I imagine he was useful from a young age, which is why he was prodigy.
Cool.
He made himself useful.
I just worry about the intervening years.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So
No, he's messed up. But the reason he has this disabling characteristic of being so shut off from being able to environmentally perceive is because the way he survived and isn't a complete mess is he's shut off. He's learnt to shut off.
Cool.
So, but that is also the thing he feels most guilty about, and why his goals are what they are, because he knows that he feels like he shut off things that he could have helped and made worse. He put people in that situation. This is how he feels. So,
and you're just walking up the guts, aren't you?
I'm just walking straight forward, hands in pockets,
you get 5
trying
meters
to be chill
from the robot. Citizen.
Yes, sir.
Stay calm.
He's in my ear, I'm assuming.
And it just like pans and looks down at you, and it says, "Stay safe out here. It is dangerous." And then turns back to looking straight away.
And keep walking.
Yes, sir. Keep walking.
It's a robot. Don't need to call it sir.
My heart is racing, ripping through my chest, and I am just like, hands in my pockets, walk straight, one step at a time, just kind of watching my feet, walking forward.
Cool. And you push into the city.
Yep.
I'm assuming we catch up to each other.
Yeah.
Can I just beeline for the nearest taxi rank or equivalent?
So there's a couple of blocks of desolation.
I'm going to just say after a block or so, when I can sort of turn a corner, I just sort of push against the wall, like turn the corner, sit against the wall, and just like catch my breath, like fucking, whoa, that was a lot to... This is scaring the crap out of me, but it's working. I trust tech. But yeah. All right, where are you guys?
We'll slow our walking down so we can catch up. But I still want to head towards a taxi rank.
You catch up and you push on through the desolate zone. And for the first time Pro in his life that you remember, you see one of the metropolises of the civilized world. and it is not how you pictured it would be. You've always seen the tops of buildings that looked some old, some new, but polished to various degrees. And the city folk always tell stories about how awesome it is out there, and how perfect it is. But most people in the slums say that it's a hellhole full of these wage slaves that just live a doldrum life. But the first moment you realize that it is nothing like you imagined was when you cross from the desolate zone, and it literally goes from like asphalt road that you're walking on, and there is just a line in the ground where it is like clean, paved, brand new, not a crack in the road, perfect. Trees, bright green trees, like dot the lines of the road, and all around you see advertisements and neon signs and people walking around. It's not you're at the edge, so it's not the most populous. There's a couple of cars parked around here and there, and people seem to be well dressed and smiling and waving at each other and walking into buildings, and it's there's robots and drones wandering around everywhere. But the other thing you're keen, I know you're imperceptive, but you have an eye for tech, is that every single building has cameras all over it. The street corners have poles with cameras in every direction. Drones are just buzzing like down streets with surveillance drones, and just like there's a constant whir of activity all around you.
Can I do a perception check and see if it's breaking down?
Yeah, I'll let.
Are you breaking down?
I'm not breaking down. I'm furious. I'm angry that there are so many people and that live like this when we live like we live. That I guess part of me thought that everyone knew. That everyone was aware on some level. Like even Seb sort of fed into that illusion a little bit. But this is like, oh shit. Like they have created a different planet and left us to rot, and I am pissed. Like my motivation to send a massive fucking wake up call is just boom.
Like, are you taking in everything? Like you?
Yeah.
And the moment it slams home how disgusting it is you turn around, and that's when you realize the light projectors on either side of the street corner projecting a beautiful image straight across the street that you just walked across. There is like an image in the air that just closes it off. And there is a little crawling sign across it, like in text, just crawling along that says like, danger, do not leave the safety of the city. Like slummers will prey on you. Slummers hate you. Slummers are the enemy. And it just like crawling across the bottom.
Okay, I'm probably up verge breaking down at this point. Oh, shit.
I'll go up to you and I will give out my hand.
Your heart rate is elevated.
Like to hold it.
Yeah, I don't move. I'm just sort of standing in disgust, looking behind me, and then I sort of turn back around to the city. And I look at Eve and shake my head.
I'm going to take your hand and I'll squeeze it.
Okay, I fucking break down. Shit, man. Yeah. Nah, this is messed up.
Can I now check to see if he's breaking down, or am I just going to notice?
You know.
I'm trying to hold it together, but this is like
roll. An 18.
That was going to be 2.
Luckily, people seem too busy to notice what's going on. They're all their drive and their focus is into the city, aside from the occasional people leaving, but they're not common.
I know that a lot depends on me holding my shit together. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say out of character, just for context, so people know where Pro's at. I feel like this is a weird, like, fork in the road thing, as far as, like, I could either get so angry right now that I would just want to be nothing but destructive, whereas so far my goals have been redemption. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there are these two really strong calls for me right now. Like, one of, like, I need to fix what I've broken and the system I'm a part of that has been broken. You know, destroy that organization that messed things up, messed me up, and save the people that I helped ruin. But holy shit, I want to fuck this system up. Like, this is so wrong. Like, that they get to just close their eyes and block their ears and go la 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 la. And we just came from the slums and saw that mother and the baby, and like, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where Pro's at. So,
Seb, you look between Pro and then you glance off at the automated cabs that are lying in a rank, ready to transport you anywhere you want to go in the city.
And I still see Pro breaking down. Or
Yeah, Pro's having a moment. You just have that moment of like looking at the cab, looking at him.
It's probably a shot, Pro, but we need to move.
yeah, okay.
And then we head towards our
Climb
taxi.
into the cab.
Yep.
And you're going straight towards the Ning Yao showroom.
Do we need to? Do you want us to?
I mean,
I think that's where we're going, yeah.
All right.
Not going to give him time
So-
to process.
You get inside the cab, Pro still shaken, and it just pulls off automatically. Well, you just say where you want to go.
Yeah.
Pulls off and starts driving.
Is it a drone or a robot that's driving the
No,
car?
it's just an automated car. And a voice says, "Thank you, Sebastian. Your fee has been deducted."
I say to Seb, when can we talk? Like, actually talk. Looking around me.
Am I in the middle?
Yeah. Better just wait till we're back out of the city.
Yeah, I think we need to talk.
After a short drive, quite a short drive, the car pulls up and the doors open, and you see a large, beautiful facility, like a Tesla showroom. It's like gorgeous, and it says Ning Yao, and you see lines of beautiful faces and wigs and hair of these drones. And you step up and walk into the entrance of the facility, I'm assuming. Tell me if I'm wrong. And you take your first strides into the building. The doors open, and a familiar figure walks up to you. Good afternoon. I am Eve. Do you require assistance?
Wow.
Hope you enjoyed.
That was full of ups and downs. Do you know what, though? This is the meat that we get to have when we run a campaign.
This is my favorite content. I love doing the mini stuff,
so good.
but I love roleplay campaigns.
So
I
good.
love it so much.
I got all up and emotional up in there. Damn, got feelings and shit. That's it. Yeah, that's intense.
I'm really
That was
glad
cool.
that both of you had a chance to do some roleplay tonight, because I was worried that I've been taking over a little bit.
Not at
No,
all.
are you kidding
Not at
me?
all.
So
I feel like it's been really well balanced. Let us know in the comments what you guys think, and I don't know where are you at, like at this point in the journey, because I feel like this is the end of the first phase. I don't know how many phases there are, but this is definitely like we're transitioning into a next section. If we're doing chapters in a book, this is like a part 2.
I think everyone wants a lot of Eve. Eve is built to a really strong session. That episode 4 was really Eve heavy, and there was a lot of Eve. And then I think you kind of step back tonight for these guys, which was really important. And I have a feeling that the next session, aka Eve getting upgrades, is going to be pretty Eve heavy again. So look, to be honest, it is something that's really important as a narrator of these games. I am trying to make sure you all get your moments appropriately and timed, and you get your time.
Yeah,
So
well, I think you're doing an amazing job, and I
appreciate
think my fellow players are doing a wonderful
been
job.
good.
I'm having a wonderful time. Let us know in the comments how you guys feel about it. I feel like
excited for whatever our conversation is going to be.
I don't know what it's going to be, but we got to dig deep. We'll get there later, but oh man, we're already digging pretty deep, and it's good fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. But let's face it, you already have if you're up to.
if you're in
If you've gotten
campaign
through
episode
and you're
6,
up to this bit in chapter 6, thank you. You the real MVPs out there. But that's it for YouTube. So thank you for watching. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.